Joaquin. I'm an engineer in the routine team. I've been working on the editor, and this is the week's update. This week with Christmas, it's been a kind of a short week, but we've been working on a bunch of small improvements to the editor, trying to get ready to release as soon as possible. So one of the things, for example, is that when you click at the end of the editor, and we now focus the editor, and if there's no empty paragraph, then we create one. For example, if we get rid of this one and we click outside, it will make a new one so that you can, it makes it easier to type. You just type, click at the bottom and start typing whatever. Then we had a bug with newly created tasks before we saved the document where the shortcuts wouldn't work, but now that's now solved. So all of those things, the scheduling, the completion, all of those things work. So that's great. We had some issues as well with text selections. So there's some blocks like the tasks that have a background selection when you hover over them, and when you're selecting blocks, this selection should take preference, and now it does. Like even if you're hovering it, the selection takes preference over the hover styles, which it didn't before. So it happened also with other blocks like the embeds and things like that. Let's see what else. The markers for the lists and the numbered lists were black in dark mode, so we fixed that thing. Just lots of tiny little fixes. Now, when you change pages or you when you enter a page that has an editor, the editor is focused upon loading, so that you can start moving or typing or doing whatever, like the old editor does. Then we had some bugs with the block selections when going in list items and things like that, and we've done a bunch of work on that. Now it should be very stable. We've added a bunch of tests and reworked that code so that it's always doing the right thing when going down and up. And more things. Yeah, so the before, when you would press tab on an empty paragraph, it would make a list item. Now it doesn't, because in the future we want to have all of the blocks be nestable upon other blocks. So we felt like it was weird to have a paragraph block turn into a list block. So we've removed that. You can still make it a list, and if you have another one, indent and outdent with tab, but it won't turn a paragraph into a list node, just because. Another thing we fixed is that before, when you pressed enter on, like right here on an empty bullet, it would make more empty bullets, like if I did with space, something like that. Right now, if you're on an empty bullet and you press enter, it will just lift out of it, let's say. So if we have another bullet, we have a few bullets nested. If I am here and I press enter again, it goes one level up. If I press enter again, it goes to the top level. And if I press enter, it gets rid of the list item, which makes a lot more sense. So if you do that, enter, 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 then you can go back to the beginning and keep pressing enter. Let's see, more things. We had some unreliability with inline references with the loading states, and now it's all fixed and very well tested. We had some stale requests for the previous references resetting the loading state. So there was some kind of weirdness where you would see the loading state, then no results, then loading again, and then the results that you searched for. And that was very strange. So that's all being fixed. And like we said, the block selection has been fixed with a bunch of the edge cases that we had. And more things. Right, now pressing escape should get you out of the editor. Well, we changed the flow a little bit. So if you're on a cursor, you press escape, you get the node. You press escape, the editor blurs, and you're like just viewing. And same thing for selected text. This was a bug that wasn't present. So we made it that when you select text and you press escape, it makes a selection over the blocks where you had selected. So that works across blocks as well. So in case you make this selection and you actually wanted to turn it into a block selection, you press escape and it selects the blocks that you selected. In this case, because A was selected, it made a selection of the whole list with the subtree. But yeah, you can do it across blocks like this, for example. And if you press escape again, it blurs it. And so in any case, escape will end up blurring the editor after going through text selection to block selection to blurring. Let's see what else. And finally, clicking outside the editor, which is something that you probably expect. It clears the selection and it puts you in viewing mode. Before, if you had some sort of block selection and you clicked outside, you would still see the block selection, and maybe that's annoying you. Maybe you have a bunch of things selected and you want to get rid of that selection. So clicking outside now will actually do that. So yeah, that's it. Lots of small quality of life improvements, and we'll continue soon with what I mentioned in the previous video, because we didn't get time this week. So actually adding the marquee selection to select blocks, and after that there's only a couple more things that we need to check, and we would like to release this for everyone to start working with it and iteratively improve any issues that arise after. So thank you, and I hope you have a nice end of the year. A Merry Christmas to whoever celebrates it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.